right, everyone, this is Wild Phil with Wild Phil's Osophy. Let's get wild. I am the wild centrist, all right, guys? I'm making these reaction videos, and I love being right down the center. That's just how I roll. And today, you know, like I said, I like to be unbiased towards any views. And just sort of what this channel is about is I watch videos for the very first time, and I like to call people out on their shit because that's just how I am. Because what we need to know is everybody's a little bit flawed. But I don't think that we should be fighting against each other, this whole Western dualism thing. So today's video, I guess there's a video of Ben Shapiro interviewing Tom Macdonald. For those of you who don't know, I mean, I'm guessing you know who Ben Shapiro is. Facts don't care about your feelings, okay? Ben Shapiro's like I don't even know what to call him. He's just like a very robotic alt-right Republican, you know, person who wins every debate. That's what I'll give him. As a centrist, what can I say about Ben Shapiro? He wins every debate. He does kind of blanket things, you know, but, you know, sometimes that's needed. You know, you need a little balance of everything. Sometimes it's like he's absolutely right, and sometimes it's like, bro, you would not last one day in the hood of Chicago. Not even the hood of Chicago. Just go downtown Chicago where they're carjacking all the time. So, you know, what do you know about that? You know, I want Ben Shapiro to do like them, you know, that old comedy Trading Places where he just starts at the fucking bottom. He can't talk to any of his previous hookups, and I want to see how he does. But he's a great debater. He's a great debater. On the other hand, we got Tom Macdonald, who I listen to a whole lot of fucking rap and hip-hop. I mean, 60%, 70% of my... I still have an iPod. Yes, I still have an iPod. Maybe that's the hardest you're going to laugh in this video. But, yeah, he's, you know, I'm a huge rap hip-hop fan. Tom Macdonald, to be honest, I listen to his stuff without any bias. I haven't heard anything offensive. I know he's obviously very biased. A lot of his shit makes sense. A lot of people support him. But the truth is, I look at stuff from different perspectives. And the truth is, I put music before any fucking political views. Musically, I will say he's one of those people. You know how, like, in the 90s and 80s, you know, the thing was the music industry was fueled by hits, right? So there were just all these fucking bands, like especially like hair metal bands. They would just write like 3 hits that were already trash, but then the rest of the song were even more trash. And Tom Macdonald kind of like, I think he is trying his best. He's clearly DIY. He's got unbelievable accomplishments, you know, hitting the top of the charts, being, you know, doing his own thing, not being signed to a label. But he does have like 2 good songs per album because they have a very, I don't know how to explain it. There's just like it's like when you're a musician, a lot of people, for example, they copied the Beatles formula, right? Intro, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, outro, right? Whatever that catchiest formula is. Tom Macdonald, he has like his own formula that are good for his songs, but then he uses it in like almost every single song. I heard a new song with Adam Calhoun and somebody else. He has like a collab that I really like, but listen, what I'm saying is I'm the wild centrist. Anybody who will tell you, I hate this person or I love this person 100%, they're full of shit. Everybody's got flaws. So today, let's see what the fuck Ben Shapiro knows about rap, okay? Like, what the... Are you kidding me? That's like... Oh, my God. If anything, maybe his like sister flopped his tits in his face at one point, and I don't know. But let's give this a shot, okay?
All right, joining us on the line is Tom Macdonald. You've seen his videos. You've heard his songs. He says what most Americans think without fear. He doesn't censor himself. He has a brand new music video called Dirty Money. It was just released on Friday. It already has like 3 million views on YouTube. Tom, thanks for joining the show. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
I'm already laughing because, like, you know how corporations work and fucking Daily Wire. It's just like, I mean, look at this shit. Look, you look at this, like... Ben Shapiro, always, you know, shirt and tie, button collar shirt. Oh, today we're gonna be interviewing a rapper. Oh, I got to get a little bit loose. What do the kids wear these days? Baggy jean jackets, maybe some Timberlands. No, Ben, you're thinking of Wu-Tang Clan in the 2000s. Oh well. You know what? I just skip the collared shirts, skip the dress up button shirts. But I still do my eyebrows.
To Tom, thanks for joining the show.
It's got like 3 million views. I mean, is that a lot? Is that a lot? I don't listen to rap. I don't. Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about, how your music career originally happened, because it's very rare to spot anybody remotely near the music industry who does not simply follow the left-wing line on pretty much all the issues. But you very vocally do not. So how'd you get where you are?
Well, I think the key to everything has been I'm totally independent. I have no ties to the music industry whatsoever. I've sort of created my own little ecosystem outside of the music industry. I produce all of my music. I write all my songs. My girlfriend shoots all my videos. We distribute my music independently. There is no affiliation with any record label, manager, PR team, marketing, publicist.
Yeah. So listen, guys, I don't care who you are or what you're into, but and what I mean by that is like politically, all right? Because like I said, I'm a centrist, right? So, but you have to, as a musician, and many liberal black rappers or who just don't give a fuck about like politics, they respect this guy. They respect it. You don't coming from I was in different bands for about 16 years, and some people don't understand how hard it is to get somewhere, especially these days, because it came, basically, long story short, back in the day, you had that sort of like I'm obsessed with Oasis, you know what I'm saying? Roll with it. Back in the day, Oasis was a miracle story because they were just your average story of there's this fucking regular, nobody knows band playing in this shithole bar, and then sure enough, this huge record producer, I forgot what his name was, Alan something, he walks in and he's like, who the fuck are these guys? Why are they playing to 3 drunk chicks that want to bang them and 1 homeless guy, and then look at what happened to Oasis. That was the miracle story back in the day. And the more stuff musically got online, it was sort of like there was a lot more gatekeepers. It was sort of like, your song's good, but what if we just bought your song and let this way prettier and way better singer sing it? It got way more crooked. It got way more scummy, and it's just I'm jaded by the music scene. That thing doesn't exist anymore. Where what, guys? We're even though we're playing in this shithole bar that people get fondled in, maybe Ross, maybe Rick Rubin is gonna walk in and he's gonna be like, I'm signing these guys. Bullshit, bro. This guy, Tom Macdonald, he just like took advantage and he went all the way to the top of the charts. I don't know if you know, but look up his statistics. He's self-made rich through rap. From all the rap that I listen to, I don't know anybody else who's like that. Who gives a fuck about his views? But all right, enough of me sucking his dick. Let's keep going. All right, last thing. Right, just so you get a little bit of self-awareness, center yourself. Ben Shapiro, tight ass Ben Shapiro, is talking to a guy absolutely seriously with an completely tatted face. Just let that sink in for a second.
Distro, nothing. So it's just us. And I've been doing it for about 10 years. And just like you said, man, I'm making music about the things that I think people are afraid to talk about.
That's amazing. I mean, the response has been absolutely incredible. You can see it from the number of views on all of your music videos. So how do you go about writing a song? Both musically and then also in terms of the lyrics. Which do you do first? You do the music first, the lyrics first, and where are you getting sort of the material from?
It's always a different process. Since I make all of my own beats, like sometimes I come into the studio with no concept, with no direction, and just sort of create freely, and it just comes about naturally. But like a lot of people out there, I think we're just sort of bombarded with like information these days, whether it's the news or the newspaper or on the internet or on social media. It's just like this constant bombardment of headlines and stuff happening in the world. So I'm just taking all of this information in and digest.
See, what's funny is I've never seen this video. This is the first time I've seen this video. I just search viral videos and I review them. What's funny is you can immediately tell. This is Ben Shapiro's show, all right? He's like, all right, today I'm going to ask about 3 minutes of music questions. You know, I'm not into the music. I've never been into art. And then we're going to get into the politics. Like he's got to, you know, ease into the political crap that, you know, just feeds this country and retirees who have, you know, you could be learning a new instrument, a new language. Maybe you could get into comedy, do stand-up comedy and laugh at yourselves. But instead, I'm going to watch CNN and Fox 24/7 and fight for a cause that I don't even fucking know about.
Testing it as best as I can. And, you know, sometimes regurgitating it back out into songs of my thoughts and feelings about what's going on in the world today. So yeah, I think it's pretty hard, like, to not feel some type of way about all the craziness sort of taking place these days.
So why don't you tell me about sort of the origins of Dirty Money? It just came out on Friday. And as I say, it's racking up millions of views almost immediately. Where did that one come from?
I've always just been sort of interested in politics and sort of the inner workings of things. And, you know, I'm not like a political scientist. I'm not super well versed in a lot of the stuff that's going on. But I think where I can connect with people is that I'm just like a regular person and I'm getting all the same information that all the other regular people are. I'm just fortunate enough to have a platform and have the skill to make music. And it's just a great forum for me to sort of like speak the things that I'm thinking. So when I watch the news or I read the paper or I read articles online, I just have a great venue to sort of just speak my mind. So, and I do that from like a regular person's perspective, which is why I think I connect with people like so well.
So,
you know, to be perfectly honest, there's just, when you're a real ass dude, don't mean to quote Louis J. Gomez, but when you're a real ass fucking person who's been through actual tragedy, who sees through the bullshit, because people are just, we live in the generation of where, like, I don't know what I am, so I'm just gonna hop on this bandwagon. You know, I don't know who, so I'm gonna be the next Kyle Rittenhouse. I don't know who I am, so I'm gonna go trans. Like, it's just like, it's so sad. And that's why art has gone down. That's why there's shitty movies being. That's why there's shitty. I mean, music. I'm not going to be one of those boomers that says there isn't good music. There's good shit if you look deep enough. There's always better music, always better movies. But the point is, it's the death of the individual. And what I'll say about that, I'm feeling about Tom is like, I think that he's the type of person who. I could bet money that he's a little bit like a wild centrist. Know what I'm saying? He's a wild centrist. But the thing is, he started, you know, he's like, there was just one day where he's just like, you know what? I'm going to rap about this fucked up shit going on right now and see where it takes me. And that opened up, unfortunately, like only this like right-wing element. And that's his, you know, that's his ATM. It's just like, that's what makes him money. That's his, you know, click, you know? I mean, it's sort of like, you know, there's this whole controversy with fucking Jason Aldean, you know? Bro, I'll be honest about that. I love Morgan Wallen. It's the first country I could ever stand. I love it. It makes me happy. Jason Aldean blows ass. But he tapped into this whole like ideology. And I just want to say real quick, I know I'm ranting. What I will say, because I listen to I went through my phases of listening to everything. And I mean like System of a Down, Rage Against the Machine, super like left, liberal, exposing the fucking crookedness of our government. But then I would listen to black metal and I'd be like, oh, this actually sounds kind of good. But they're like, oh, they're neo-Nazis. I'm like, really? I can't understand what they're saying. It just sounds like my cat's having a UFC fight. So I don't know. And what I'll tell you about that is those type of groups never do well. And I think that would be why he, you know, if If artists focused more on the actual art, all right, I'm an artsy fuck, bro. Go fuck yourself, all right? But if artists focused more on what kind of feelings does this convey rather than here's my political views, I'm going to make songs about them. It's so ridiculous, and it rarely works out. I mean, Rage is probably the biggest band that did that, but it never works out. When you use something that is spiritual and artistic and sing about, I mean, it would be like making a genre about, I don't even know, like your favorite wrestling. Like if there was just like, all right, we're going to make jazz, but all the lyrics are about our favorite WWE wrestlers. You know, it's just like, So anyways, that's what I'm saying is I could feel that he does think for himself, but right now he kind of wedged himself into this like right-leaning, sort of audience, and that's what's paying the bills, and it's paying a lot. So, all right, I'm done with my rant.
Yeah,
and dirty.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, dirty money is just a reflection of like a lot of the things going on right now, and I think especially in America. Speaking of money, like financially and economically, I think that we're in a real hard place right now. So I wrote this song 6 months ago. It just happened to be the right time for it now.
So let's talk about kind of how your music career got started, because we were talking right before we got on the line about the fact that you used to work construction. So how did you get to where you are right now? Like, when did you first take up music? How did this happen?
Well, I was a professional wrestler for many, many years, like the WWE style stuff. And that sort of...
Time to make some wrestling jazz. You know what? I didn't even know that. I didn't know he was a professional wrestler, but that is kind of cool, man.
Chapter of my life came to a close. Just like there's a lot of internal politics in wrestling and accumulated injuries. So I had to get out of that business. And I'd always been sort of writing poetry and writing rock songs. Didn't have the voice. It wasn't a Robert Plant, Joe Cocker vocalist. But I still needed an outlet, and I had been writing music. So rap and hip hop just was sort of the natural direction for somebody that didn't have a big rock star frontman voice. So got into rap and hip hop, made the exact same music as everybody else for many years, probably 6 or 7 years. Everything was about cars and clothes and money and girls and partying and all that stuff. And I was emulating a lot of like what I was seeing the biggest artists of the time doing. And not only emulating it in my music, but emulating.
Bro, I love how, like, I just realized too, it's like you got to like not only the shirt that Brent Shapiro wore, but he's just like, I'm gonna have some 5 hour shadow, gotta loosen up for the I'm gonna get into the rap, and you can just like it's like you can tell every little thing that little Benjamin does. It's like he's a shill for Daily Wire. I'm sorry. The reason why I say that, I don't hate Ben Shapiro. I'm just saying people change. That's what centrism is. It's like the constant flow of the yin and yang. People are always changing. If you're just always going to have the same views your entire fucking life, you're I don't know. You're a stubborn old man. I don't know what to. You're a joke. And so it's just funny to me because watching Ben be in that studio, it's just like, I want the perfect lighting for this 5 hour shadow. I want you have some maple wood, maybe some deer antlers. I'm not into hunting, but I am into being successful. So, and then you got Tom Macdonald. This is what I mean. This is why I like him as, bro, where is he in his fucking bathroom with these tiles in the background? Like, does he write albums on his toilet? Where is he right now? That's Dexter's Laboratory. I'm a fan of that too. All right, let's keep going. I'm done ranting.
It in my real life, which led me down a super destructive path, which sort of culminated with like a little bit of a bout with alcoholism, which sort of led to a little bit of a mental breakdown. And that took me like 9 months close to
a wrestler with alcoholism and a breakdown? No.
A year to rehab myself from that. So now I'm completely sober. And I sort of coming out of that dark place, it gave me an opportunity to sort of examine what do I care about and what do I want to make of my music, and who do I want to talk to with my music. And I just sort of made the decision, like, I don't want to make music that's going to damage other people like the music I was listening to damaged me. So now I'm here, sober as a judge, making what the world has deemed to be super controversial music, but it's just stuff that
I don't know what he's talking about. The music that I listened to damaged me. I don't know what he's talking about there, but whatever.
I truly care about.
So how'd you get into American politics in the first place? You're from Canada, right?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
What got you into American politics?
Well, I think that the whole world is sort of into American politics from childhood. Even like growing up in Canada, like my dad and my grandfather were always like really into politics. So I'd sit around and watch TV with them and listen to them talking. And it's really crazy. Like even back then when I was a kid, they were talking about China and sort of warning me about, hey man, China's going to be a big deal one day. You need to pay attention to this stuff. And here we are today. And it's just like a little bit of a deja vu. But so you kind of absorb a lot of that just coming up in Canada. American politics are sort of spotlighted globally, I think. And then moving to America like 8 or 9 years ago now, it was a little bit of a culture shock. And I think that there's a lot of people here that get so wrapped up in it all the time, and they're in it from birth, that I think that I had a little bit of a unique perspective, because I think sometimes it's that old saying, you can't see the forest through the trees. And I think that's where a lot of people are at within the country right now. They're just so surrounded by this stuff and have been for so long that it's hard for them to sort of like differentiate and focus on different things. So coming in from an outsider's perspective 8, 9 years ago, I kind of got to stand back and look at everything and say, holy cow, this is wild. What's taking place here? And it's only got crazier over the last 9 years. So.
Well, I was very flattered that Facts Don't Care About Your Feelings does actually show up in one of your big songs.
Facts don't care about your feelings. Gotta say that, bro. Gotta say it.
It's fake woke. I don't know.
Hey, man, I've been called the Ben Shapiro of rap many times.
Well, I mean, speaking of that, I've been called the Ben Shapiro of rap because obviously I had my amazing recording of WAP, the Cardi B hit.
Dude, he is such a fucking nerd, man. I can't. Tom, how are you taking this guy serious? I'm sorry, man. Especially my version of WAP. Bro, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Okay, Ben. You're smart. You win debates, but stay in your fucking lane. Okay, seriously.
Which I gotta say, my version slaps significantly harder than the Cardi B version.
Yo, slap significantly harder. Awesome.
Well, I mean, there have been calls.
You can't even fucking take him seriously, bro. Okay, and I just gotta say, like, I just looked up real quick. Tom is 34 years old, so he's 2 years younger than me, and that's really weird that he's saying like he was surrounded by politics. I mean, maybe it's because he grew up in Canada, but I did not experience that. I mean, maybe it's because I had an immigrant lifestyle where I didn't know enough English to know what the fuck was going on. But I remember, from what I remember, like, I think that's why America is kind of like the world's comedy sitcom, because nobody ever gave a fuck about politics. It was like, when growing up, I remember nobody even talked about who they voted for. I think like the biggest thing was Bill Clinton getting his fucking dick polished. You know what I'm saying? I remember like union reps to be like kind of like a tongue-in-cheek joke. They would all have the Hoffa, bumper stickers because they never found his body, but nobody ever gave a fuck about it. So I don't know what family he came from, but whatever. What I'm saying is, I wonder if he's kissing Ben's ass. All right. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just going to put it out there. There have been calls for us to collaborate. And I know that it would probably be degrading your art for us to do that. But I will say that my rap, I feel it's an untapped field for me.
Yeah.
It's something that, I've always wanted to. It's sort of like my feminine identity as a black lesbian woman. It's sort of like an area that I feel is just absolutely hilarious. I've never really gone, like, I'm a classically trained.
Let the comedians do the jokes, bro. Okay, Ben? Seriously, take out that Take out that dreidel out of your ass and let us do the jokes. All right, come on.
Violinist since the age of 5.
And let the rappers do the rapping.
And so, Mozart and Beethoven and Bach and Brahms are really more my style. But I feel like there's a part of me that I just haven't accessed. And so maybe I don't know if the crowd wants it, then perhaps I'll be forced to solicit your help in joining the.
If these two were in high school, like Ben would be getting locked in a locker and his fucking money taken by Tom. There's you know what I'm saying? Like there's no way these two would ever run into each other if they weren't who they were. This is so oh my God.
The rap industry, is it called? I don't even know what it's called. R&B.
Hey,
R&B.
If there is untapped potential
dude.
here, if there's a fire burning somewhere deep inside your soul that's making you want to spit some super hot bars with me, I'm down. Let's make it happen.
Well, I really appreciate the invitation. I'm sure nothing would horrify you more, but perhaps we will make that happen sometime.
Well, I hope
in the
those
future.
bars consist of facts instead of feelings, because I know that music is a feeling type of art, and I don't have any. I just know facts.
Both my audience and your own. Tom Macdonald, you should go check out his brand new music video, Dirty Money. It's out on YouTube right now. Tom, really appreciate the time, and congratulations.
It was a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, guys.
All right, guys, that was interesting. Yeah. Ben Shapiro talking to anybody involved with rap is going to be interesting, Yeah.
Hey, it's a fact, and it doesn't care about your feelings. So I'm just saying facts here. Okay.
That line drives me nuts. It's so stupid. It's so I get where you're coming from. Yes. Facts don't care about your feelings. Now center yourself a little bit and realize that you ain't a robot, that humans have feelings. So facts don't care about your feelings until you're 60 years old on Oxycontin. Your whole fucking family hates you because you got deep into politics, and now suddenly your feelings are appearing. Yeah, no, just keep drowning it. Just keep drowning it with, what has Ben like? Bud Light? Yeah, whatever. That stuff is so, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, man. But, yeah. I don't know. It's, what did I learn today? What did I learn? I learned that, Ben definitely got paid to do that interview. Tom definitely did it for exposure and to get paid. What is he? I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe they're great people in real life. Who knows? Who knows? But there is no way a guy with tatted up face who's a wrestler and a rapper would ever talk to a dweeb like that. Oh my God, it's just Christ. I don't know what else to say. There's my fucking wild philosophy centrist point of view. Listen, if you like my humor, if you like me talking shit about these people, calling them both out, I don't know. Actually, before I plug, I don't know. Who did I call out? I mean, like I said, I gave you my honest opinion of both people. So, yeah. You know, who Ben is, who Tom is. I don't abnormally love them. I don't abnormally hate them. They're just there. They're doing their thing. We're all flowing in this fucking world together. And, yeah. I mean, if you, I remember Everybody Hates Me. That's my favorite Tom Macdonald song. It's pretty catchy. That's the only other thing. That's the only song I, have on my iPod because, like I said, he's got that same formula. It kind of reminds me of when people mock Eminem. He's like, I can't do the impression, but that's what his formula of music sounds like. So what can I say about this interview, man? What would be hilarious is if Ben just out of nowhere started cheating on it. I don't even know. If he's married, that's a miracle. But if he started cheating on him just to get deep into the hip-hop scene with some fine-ass black girls, that would be the best conclusion to this. All right, that's about all I'm going to say about that. But, yeah, if you like my sense of humor, if you like me shit-talking these people who are, just blinded by America's dualism, please hit subscribe. Please give me in the comments I mean, you could put whatever the fuck you want, but if you want me to review something, or you want me to, I'm starting off this reaction thing, so yeah, let me know. Thank you for getting wild.